All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs. The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And we are underway from Arrowhead. This will be taken in at the 1. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Winston. Called in by Anderson, left side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Ready. Blue ready.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Let's go now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run it here with Thompson. And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Working out of the gun, Winston. And to the left side here, Wilson. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Ready. Blue ready.
Jameis now on 1st down. And Anderson's got it. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On the ground, it's Thompson. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Chris Thompson, 27 yards. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. 1st drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now it's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Shaq Lawson. In there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's fourth down. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And out come the Chiefs now.
Ready. Black 22 hot. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Winston now to throw on first down. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Ndamukong Suh getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's second and 14.
Ready. Black 25. Sonic.
From the gun, Winston. Ebron caught left side. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ready. Black 22. Green, triple C. Green, triple C.
Third and long for Winston. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up fourth. Here's Brett Kern now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. An update from Denver. The Patriots, they're out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On second down, here's Wilson. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On second down, Wilson. Flush to it, and he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, sub. Let's go. Sonic.
Play fake. Winston. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Follow. Green, triple C.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Ready. Blue ready. Green, triple C. Follow. Sonic.
Now Winston. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Brown. Look at the spin. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. first and 10. It's Wilson. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. This is caught by Antonio Brown. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a KC touchdown. Short throw pick-6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and the lead now stands at 13. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Got it.
They start on the ground with Elliott. They find some open field here. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2. On second down, Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. Over the middle here to Brown. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
First throw now for the backup, Bryce Petty. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Petty now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Elliott, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and just like that, it's third down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue.
Here's Petty. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
I like the call. Inside the red zone running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Set. Green 39. Green
39. Looking to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll run with Thompson. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clemens. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Hey, sub. Let's go. Hey, sub. Let's go. Green, triple C.
Third and short yardage. Winston finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Winston now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Ready. Blue ready.
On play action, Winston escaping the pressure right. And some space here. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. That'll bring up second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. Final play of the half here, Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is, oh my goodness, he put it in one-handed. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Got a man. It's Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Petty now, 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a first down.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll set up a throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Now let's go! 319! 319!
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
Check. Check out route. Hot. Hey, sub. Let's go. Twist. Sonic. Ship. 5-0. Check the calls. Boys hot.
Following the interception, Winston rolling to his left. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Sonic. Ready. Blue ready.
They go play action. Winston. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Hey. 4 down. Green, triple C. 41. Green, triple C. Check 41.
On 3rd down, Winston. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Sub. Let's go. Here we go. Hey. Green, triple C. Let him go.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Wilson snags it left side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll throw again. Winston. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Again, it's Winston. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the stick.
Go!